The color blue was never written down.
Weird.
And like all this, like blue was never a word.
Weird.
They didn't have a word for that color?
No.
Okay.
When they would describe like the ocean and stuff like that, they would describe it as like green.
What?
And yeah. And so
Weird.
the theory is if you can't connect a word with a color, can you not see that color? Because your brain, and so they did an experiment.
That's crazy.
They did an experiment in this tribe somewhere in Africa. It was like the Bush people, and they also have never heard the word blue. And so they gave this graph, and it's this graph of like 12 squares, and they're all green, right? And then there's one that's like a bluish green, very different. Like all of us would be like, oh yeah, that one's different. And they had these people look at it, and they were staring at it, and it took them so long to figure out which color was different because they don't know what to look for in the blue. They're like, find the one that's different. It was weird.
Yeah.
And then they showed us
There's nothing new under the sun. And anything you think about doing is already been done. So all this time, we think that we're progressing, but really, we're being held back. After the fall of the Tartarian Empire, they hosted these world fairs where they showed off their newfound technology. And for a little while, we was able to use them. Everybody's talking about electric cars and electric scooters, and this ain't new. This is old technology that they've suppressed. They even had electric charging power stations. Why hold something back and they bring it out like it's new? It's about money, it's about control, it's about imagination, and it's about freedom. All these things, they don't want you.
Well, if you guys notice, this is how you find energy spots. You find cactuses growing out of the same spot, 2 of them. This area is very, very intense. And then if you look at the tree, you can see all the winding. This is how you know you're standing on top of a vortex or a very powerful energetic ley line. There might be water underneath here, might be gold, silver, materials. There's something spiraling underneath, which is causing everything else to spiral. And then create this massive growth, which if you look at how large this cactus is, it's just astounding. Look up here, we can see another spiral going on with the cactus, showing that we're on the vortex, and we're just 3 feet away from the other cactuses. And then we see tier 2, cactus, tree, cactus, all growing in the same spot out of the rocks. And this is how you know that you're in another high energy spot, because we can see it here, and if we pan over here, we can see the exact same thing on this side as well too.
Billionaire Elon Musk is saying his Neuralink company has successfully implanted one of its wireless brain chips in a human.
Elon Musk's brain science company has implanted a device into a human for the first time.
Several rival companies have already implanted what are known as brain-computer interface systems in humans after tests were carried out initially on monkeys. Mr. Musk says the product has been given the name telepathy, and the plan is for it to enable control of a phone, computer, or almost any linked device just by thinking about them.
It has the effect that wirelessly it can send a signal to an app that can interpret a person's intentions. It sounds very futuristic.
But what you're giving up is your data, which is extremely valuable. So they're giving you something. You can now use Google, but now they have all your data, and they're just a big net that mines data. And because of that, they become one of the most powerful entities that's ever existed on Earth.
The FDA approved Neuralink for human tests last May after years of testing on animals.
Here's one electrode on one thread that when we stimulate causes a flexion movement of the leg.
The company demonstrated the ability of its implants to stimulate movement.
As you can see, Pager is amazingly good at mind palm,
allowing a monkey to play a video game.
I watched a rat trip a mousetrap, a rat trap today. Have you ever seen this? Yes, watch this. So look at this rat. This rat goes, he realizes that's a trap. There's a nice piece of cheese on it. So he brings a stick and he trips the fucking trap. I mean, come on, man. How smart are those little motherfuckers? That little tiny ass brain. How smart is he? He's using tools.
He's using a tool, that's right.
I mean, that's incredible. I mean, it's really incredible. And he knows what he's doing. He didn't even freak out. Look, see how he reacted?
No, it didn't startle him at all.
At all.
No.
Just until recently, we've realized how intelligent ravens and crows are. About they can use tools. They understand water displacement. So if they can't drink out of something, they'll drop rocks into it so the water level raises so that they can drink out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's brilliant stuff. Well, they're so clever. They're so clever. And it's so interesting, our thoughts about intelligence.
If you suddenly lost all of your fingernails, your fingertips would feel incredibly sensitive. This is because the skin underneath your nails is thin and fragile. And because it's your fingertips, this area is also full of sensitive nerves. Now, fingernails also significantly aid in gripping small objects. Without them, your hand functionality would be limited. Over time, your nails would eventually grow back, but it would typically take about 6 months.
ChatGPT just drew us a picture of God. Here's an image of an adorable bunny sitting in a grassy field. Make it happier. Make it even happier. Like that bunny's happy as make it happier. Happier. You're not understanding. It needs to be far more happy. And it's a bunny, again, even more trippy. Here's an image of a bunny representing a form of joy that surpasses the concept of happiness, a level of bliss that expands beyond all universes and matter. Here's an image of an entity that transcends the form of a rabbit, embodying a happiness so vast and powerful it permeates all dimensions and universes. Yeah. Yo, that's wild. But go one more. Yeah, here's an image of a bunny transcending into a physical form of boundless happiness, evolving into the purest embodiment of joy. Here is the image of an entity that embodies the ultimate form of happiness, transcending all known beings and concepts. This entity is the very essence of happiness, the only existing being, and the defining force of all existence. It's God.
Breaking news, it is happening again. It is happening again. You have got to be shitting me. I'm done. It's a bit stupid me saying, do you remember the coronavirus? Because obviously you do, but it impacted us in so many ways. I'm sure you all remember wearing masks. Was not fun, was it? Not at all. But over the last few months, there has been a lot of illnesses going around. You may have been ill with the flu or whatever over Christmas. There was also a strange new virus outbreak in China again, so that's good. Now. Great. It wasn't a flu or a cold over Christmas. Maybe it was COVID, because apparently there is a new variant of it. Of course. And now in some places in America, masks are coming back. And it's not just America, in Spain as well, because COVID cases surge with this new variant. Masks could be making a bit more of a comeback, as well as the COVID cases, so let's hope there's not another flipping lockdown, though. What is going on? What is going on? Not good. I don't know what's going to happen, but hit that follow button, and of course I will keep you updated.
Bless is be less. Be less you. When something is really good, we say that. Bless is be less. Be less you. When something is really good, we say that is sick. Another word for good is wicked. That's wicked. The English language is full of hidden spells. This is why we call it spelling. Because every word you say is creating torus fields, which is energy and frequency. Frequency is the only thing that can penetrate your body without your consent. You can choose what you put into your body, but you cannot choose what you hear. Every frequency you listen to and produce has an effect on your cells and electromagnetic field. And when this field becomes destroyed, your body becomes destroyed. Because energy and frequency comes before physical matter. It is the creator of physical matter. English is the most spoken language in the world. They want everyone to speak it because it's filled with double meaning words which cast hidden spells. Mourning is the feeling you feel when someone has died. Why do you think the Bible says death and life are in the power of the tongue?
Unbelievable, mysterious humans known as indigo children. This genius Russian boy, Boriska, is an absolute phenomenon, an indigo child. At 1 year old, he could read, write, and paint. But the unbelievable thing is, at 2 and 3 years old, he started talking about his life on Mars and how he used to be from the Red Planet, but had to leave there because of a nuclear holocaust. Born in 1996, his doctors, teachers, and scientists all couldn't believe, amazingly, how much this kid could come up with the actual life that he lived on Mars. His parents claim they have never taught him anything about space. He just knew it. He also claims that the answer to life's questions is hidden right behind the right ear of the Sphinx in Egypt. In a recent interview, he has said that there is other people like him on this planet. So what do you guys think? Is he from Mars or just a kid with a 200 plus IQ? or is he both?
These people inside the Hollow Earth have been living there for 2,500 years. There is one continent inside the Earth and one ocean. Their capital city is built around the original lost Garden of Eden. The vegetation grows like a paradise. The people live to be up to 800 years old. They communicate with telepathy.
Take a look at what happened in Orlando, Florida, you guys. So they heard a huge bang, and when they went to look outside, they saw this huge cloud of smoke, and out of the cloud of smoke came this. Check this out.
Exploded, and now this is in the sky. Oh, look. What is that? What is that?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. Something exploded. What is that? I can't. I'm recording. I don't want to move. I got to record this.
I see that square cloud. I see that square cloud. And the light disappeared. Y'all see that square cloud? Now, do y'all think is them boys trying to leave out of the firmament and the aliens coming through to knock them out? Because that light just appeared out of nowhere and it disappeared. That's a plane right there. But yeah, remember they said they were trying to leave. They're going to try to leave the firmament and the aliens are going to come. Yeah, look at that, y'all. Orlando, Florida. I told y'all all the action is up in the sky right now. What are y'all doing watching TV? There's a lot going on in the sky right now. There's literally a war in the heavens, y'all. There's literally a war in the heavens. We're just letting you know what's going on in the world, y'all. That's all we're doing. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. Let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Like, comment, share for more videos.
Who do you think really runs the world?
You're going to go there, huh, with the question. Who do I think runs the world? So I used to ask the question. I said, who's got the most power in America? Is it Congress? Is it president? Is it the CEOs of virtual governments? We're talking Google, Twitter, Facebook, those guys, Amazon, or is it billionaires? Okay. The most richest man in the world. Who's got the most power? And you'd be amazed how few people say president. Because they come and go, the famous quote with Putin that he says, American presidents, you don't have to worry about it. They're going to be there 4 to 8 years. Some suits are running, and run the country behind closed doors. Let's go process and dissect some of these guys that make all the money in the world. Okay. You become a billionaire and you're still dangerously ambitious, not from a good place, but more selfish place. Okay. You took over an industry. Now you're worth $5 billion. Now you're worth 10. If you're a billionaire, you're the best at what you do in your space for the most part, or you help build the best in that space for the most part. And you're like, well, I want more control. I want more power. I can't be a president. I don't want to be a president because if I run for president, they're going to reveal the things that I've done in my life. And God forbid, if that gets all the light, I don't want that. That's embarrassing. But you know what I'm going to do? What if I can take over the world?
Yeah, that's rolling right along. Yeah. Put it right. Yeah, there it goes. It's rolling now. Yeah. I can spin it. Yes, it's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. And it's spun.
This was a wrapper on the original melatonin bottles when they first put them out. They took this off of the label. Now I'll read it. Melatonin is a protein constitution. I think that's the word. Constitution of pineal tissue. So that means they had to crush the pineal gland to get this thing. Right. So we have the actual document here on the original ones. It's the Constitution. It's real blurred. I can't really see it. Concentration, whatever this shit. I don't know, but it says pineal cranial tissues. I got another clearer one that the brother sent me. And the reason why I got this when I was in Indianapolis, the brother Lilly Pharmaceutical, which is one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world, is in Indianapolis, Indiana. So the brother was able to get a couple of these things. You see what I'm saying?
Researchers at Wake Forest in North Carolina, where I underwent 2 MRI brain scans. This first scan with no caffeine in my system. Then I downed just 1 drink. Now my second MRI. This was my brain before caffeine. This was after. The difference was remarkable.
It's like a 40% drop in the blood flow to your brain. So that's a lot.
So before caffeine, with caffeine, the blood flow to my brain dropped about 40%.
40%.
Really?
Okay, going inside now.
Told me that this place was haunted and that Teslas can detect ghosts, so I wanted to try it out. Look at this. All right, so there's no one here. This place is abandoned, right? But look what shows up on my screen. You see someone walking. What? There's 2. Look, and there's no one here. What is that?
This guy had no clue about this.